Hi, leaders. Thanks for watching again this week. So I'm going to sing you a song. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Okay, I sang that song to you because this week we're teaching kids that God made everything, but that God made people, and God made each one of the kids that you teach this week, and He made them very special. So first, I want to encourage you, whether you're a storyteller or whether you're a small group leader, to read this story from the Bible first. And why I want you to encourage you to do that is because the curriculum leaves out so much. So all through the hour, we're going to be teaching kids that God made them and God made them special and why they're doing their craft. We're going to talk about it. What color eyes do you have? And as I was reading this, I realized, you know, this story, it doesn't really go into the Adam and Eve story so much. It's just really how unique that God created us. And that God created us in His image. Now, I can't even wrap my mind around that, and that's going to totally confuse the kids. But God didn't create us to look exactly like Him, but I imagine that He has eyes, He can see, He has a mind, He has a mouth He can talk with. He's creative because He made us. He has likes and dislikes and emotions. So that's the way that we're in His image, I imagine. So those are some things. The other thing that I noticed, this is in this verse, it says, the Lord formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. Wow, if I was telling the Bible story this week, which I'm not, but if I was, especially with preschool and kinder, I would read that verse to them. That is the coolest thing ever. I might even take some sand and blow it and say, that's what we were made out of. And He breathed into the breath into his nostrils. That's those holes in your nose. He breathed in. So that's like some cool things to share with the kids. And you know what? That's not in this guide. This is just the guide. This is the heart. This is the truth. So I encourage you to read it out of this. So first, let's just talk about 2s and 3s this week. 2s and 3s, you may sing that song with the kids, head and shoulders, knees and toes. So I just wanted to sing it for you in case you didn't know it. So it's super easy, and we probably all sing it once in school. And if you want to, you can get it faster and faster and see if they can sing it with you. Another game that the 2-year-olds are going to play with, you can take out the baby dolls and just look at the baby dolls' eyes and the nose and the mouth and talk about taking care of the babies and how God made babies. And God made everyone, and we're going to learn and talk about that today. And then with the pre and K, we're going to have some Play-Doh at your seat, and just let them roll up some ahead and make little bodies and just have fun making Play-Doh people. Don't ruin all our Play-Doh by letting the kids smash all the colors together. That makes me sad. So just a tip on that. If you could just give them like just one color, make a one-colored person. Because, you know, when you're buying Play-Doh for 200 kids, it gets expensive. So, and I don't like playing with brown Play-Doh. Ugly, smeared, yucky, discolored Play-Doh. So anyway, that's the tip for that. Okay, so the thing that we're all going to make are these little people. Let me show you my little boy too. They're going to decorate, the kids are going to decorate them to look like themselves. Now 2s and 3s will also have them. They come like this. They will be cut out. And, you know, maybe you can help guide the 2s and 3s to put the eyes, nose, and mouth in the same place. And then, you know what, just make sure the girls get a girl. Oops, sorry. The girls get a girl and the boys get a boy. I'm not doing this very well. Okay, so, and so the 2s and 3s will just color their little people. But the pre and K, I'm going to put little snippets of, I'm not getting this very good. There it is. Little snippets of yarn. Because if they have time, it would be fun to just take little snippets. There's different colors and, you know, cut it up for them and let them glue it on to their hair and stuff. And then the leaders are going to write God made and then the child's name. God made Sue. And then they can kind of take it home. So the pre and K could maybe try to like, oh, you have a red shirt on. You want your person to have a red shirt and you're wearing black jeans. So you want your little guy to have black jeans on, right? And so the 2s and 3s, they can just kind of color them, you know, as much as they want to. But the pre and K might have a little more fun adding some detail to this. Okay, and then A fun game for 2s and 3s afterwards, if you want. You could take scarves or bean bags and have them. Let's practice putting this on our head. God made our heads. Let's see if we can balance it on our head. Now let's see if we can balance it on our shoulder. God made our shoulders. You could do it to music and a little dance, or you could do it with scarves. And so that's just an extra, if you have some extra time, which you might, because we're not doing puppets anymore. So you're thinking of just some fun things that, you know, that you can teach through the whole hour. You can keep reinforcing that God made you and God made you special. And I think I'm even going to put mirrors at all the tables so that if you have some extra time, or when you're talking about God being special, they can look at their face and they can see that they have beautiful blue eyes and blonde hair, or black curly hair and a great smile, and how they look different than all the other kids. So that might just be something when you're talking to them about how God made them special. The pre and Ks also have an additional activity with a ball. You can sit them in a circle, throw the ball around, throw it to a child, and if that child's name's Susan, God made Susan, and Susan is special. Then Susan throws the ball to David, and we all say, God made David, and David is special. Now, if you want to add a little twist to it, you could also say the memory verse. God made David, and David is special, because Genesis 1:31, God saw all that he made, and it was very good. David is special. God made him, and David is very good. So that's just an idea too. I think we've covered everything for this week. I do want to let you know that if you're reviewing this lesson and you get this on Friday or Saturday or whatever, and you're reading through it and you're like, you know what, I have a better idea, especially in like 2s and 3s, or if you're teaching a class alone, if you don't have a lot of different, I mean, I can't have like one class, one center do one thing and the other 2 centers do something separate. So all 3 centers kind of have to do the same thing. But if you're like, you know what, I'd rather do something else. For instance, Judy this week, last Sunday, told me, hey, you know what, I would really like, do we have some like butcher paper rolls? Because I have a ton of helpers, and I think it'd be really fun to lay the kids out on butcher papers, my 3-year-olds, and trace their whole body and measure them and send that home with them. And so I'm like, yeah, we have butcher paper. I can totally do that. So Judy's class isn't going to make these. They're going to make life-size butcher papers. Well, that might be a little much if you have 32-year-olds or 33-year-olds at 9:30. But for her class, she has a lot of people, extra helpers, and she'd rather do that. So that's awesome. I know Laura a lot of time likes to do her own crafts. So just call me and tell me, hey, you know what, I'd rather do this. I can try to help get you supplies if I can. Anyway, what I'm saying is I really want you to make this to be fun for your kids. I give you guidelines. I give you ideas. But you guys are the leaders. You guys are the teachers. I want to serve you. Having said that, I have one more reminder. Next Sunday, June 5th, is Celebration Week at Crossroads. We're celebrating 50 years. That blows my mind. And we're having celebration service, one service all weekend long. No Saturday night. One service, and it's going to be outside, this big party outside. It starts at 10:30, and it gets over about noon, followed by a delicious barbecue lunch. And then we're asking families to bring some sides, bring some salads to throw with it, and then there's going to be cake. So plan on coming with Celebration Sunday. We're also planning some a fun party for the kids too. So the kids are going to be graders. So anyway, I love serving with you guys. I'm excited for a fun weekend and just a great summer. All right, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.